Tonight we're in Hinckley, inside a place that doesn't just investigate the paranormal, it houses it. The Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre isn't your typical haunted building. It's a collection of objects, dolls, furniture, relics, each one with its own reported history of attachment, disturbance, and activity. Founded as a working research space, this centre was created to study whether energy can cling to the items we leave behind, whether trauma, emotion, even death can imprint itself onto physical objects. Investigators here don't just observe, they interact, they hold the tasks, they ask questions, and tonight, so will we. Because if these objects really do remember something, we're about to find out what.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Spooky Island Paranormal. As you can see from the intro, it's going to be a real creepy investigation this week. And yeah, actually got some natural light coming through the window because it's spring, so, well, hey. But yeah, before we get into a bit of the history and the investigation itself, I just want to say a quick thank you because I've got a fair amount of new subscribers. So welcome to the channel. Every Sunday we have either a episode like this where I go on a paranormal investigation with people, or sometimes myself and my cat, who's currently watching birds out the window, or it's me talking to people about their haunted experiences, and that show is called Spooky Island Encounters. So yeah, there'll be a link for that somewhere on my channel. So welcome everybody who's joined the crew, and yeah, thank you so much. We are about 5 or 6 subscribers away from 300, so please, if you like this type of content and you like the spookiness and you like investigations with my little kitty cat sometimes, then please subscribe, like, comment. It all helps me, and share it with people that might want to watch it too. All right, now I know you're all here for the spookies, so let's basically get straight into it. But before we get into the investigation, because I know what you guys are here for, let's get into a little bit of the history of the place that I went to. Located in the historic market town of Hinckley, the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre stands in a place shaped by centuries of history, and I mean centuries. Hinckley is believed to date back to the Saxon times, so yeah, a long time, with the town's name thought to originate from the Old English words meaning hinkers, clearing. Don't know what that means these days, but hey ho, that's what I got in my research. Now, fast forwarding, by the medieval period, it had grown to a busy market settlement, serving the surrounding farming communities and becoming an important centre of local trade. It is quite close to Birmingham, or what would become Birmingham, and obviously that's got good links to London as well, so, or Londinian, as the Cockneys call it. But yeah, so, you know, it's quite an established settlement here, is Hinckley. Now, during the 17th and 18th centuries, Hinckley became especially well known for its framework knitting industry, with thousands and thousands of workers producing hosiery and textiles in small workshops and homes throughout the town. Now, streets that appear quiet today were once filled with the sound of looms, traders, and market crowds. It sort of reminds me of Game of Thrones, like the old, sort of otherworldly place from Game of Thrones. Now, over the centuries, generations of families lived and worked in these buildings, leaving behind their belongings, their memories, and some people believe traces of their lives. Today, one of those historic buildings houses the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre, a location unlike really any other in the UK. Rather than focusing on a single haunted building, the centre brings together a collection of objects believed to carry their own paranormal histories. Antique dolls, furnitures, personal items, some dirt from Fred West's back garden, which I thought was really cool. Bit macabre, but really cool. And unusual artefacts gathered from around the country. And they are studied here as part of an ongoing paranormal research. The centre was created not just as a museum, but a place where investigators can explore a fascinating question: whether emotional or traumatic events can leave an imprint on the objects people once owned. And it's something I've always thought about as well. Having a couple of haunted dolls myself, I'm like, nothing's happened. I've tried, the people I got them from were like, oh, tried talking to them, tried doing a bit of regression with them. I've felt nothing. So it's something I've wondered, which is why I thought this was a really cool location, because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces that Neil has in his centre. Visitors and paranormal researchers are invited to explore the rooms, interact with artifacts, and take part in experiments designed to detect unexplained activity. And for many investigators, it raises a chilling possibility. If places can be haunted, could the objects inside them also be haunted? Now, my thoughts are a bit strange on this. We've got some interesting stuff. Obviously, we're going to get into that shortly. I've never believed in haunted objects. I am very skeptical about them. And I think coming here, I really wanted to, see if there was anything that came up from these objects. But also my thought is, are these objects just a bit of a red herring? So people do tend to get paranormal activity here. And you have to decide for yourself if you think what we caught was paranormal. But I wonder if it's a bit more like a red herring. So the haunted objects are there. They look scary, supposedly haunted. But the building and the area is so old. Maybe it's just that. Maybe there is some spirits there, but it's people that used to live in the building. It's not the haunted dolls. It's not the haunted artifacts, but it's the people that used to live there. So I'm still a bit unsure, but hopefully by the end of the episode, you'll have some thoughts for yourself. Now, yeah, it's closing down as well. So this was like our last chance to get in there and investigate it. And the owner, Neil, who's a lovely guy, I've met him a few times, was there to show us around the venue and give us a little bit of a tour. And I thought this would be a really fun part of this episode. So I'll click that on now, and you can get that little tour that we got from Neil at the start, all right? Because it's really, really interesting. So here it is.
There's stuff in the cabinets, but the cabinets aren't locked, so if you want to get stuff out, you can all want to. Just be careful with things like if you move the German helmet, because it's very rusty. It's very old.
Oh, yeah.
It was dug up on the beaches in Normandy.
Oh, wow.
Has it got a bullet hole in it?
Well, some people say it is bullet hole, but I don't think it is. I think it's just rust, personally. But I don't know.
At least you're honest, Neil.
I'm not going to say anything paranormal that's not.
Oh, fire brigade.
That's not a real one, because it's only...
Made of resin in it.
If you pick it up, it's very light.
Yeah, but in the old days, helmets, even crash helmets used to be cork inside.
Perhaps
And they're like a material, it looks like... Remember that thing here, Trumpton Town? Yeah. All them nurses.
Interesting thing about that photo, one of the nurses doesn't have a face.
Oh.
Where?
Could that be exposure where she turned?
Whether she moved, I don't know, but none of the others.
It's strange, isn't it?
Now we're talking my language.
This is the doll's room.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. That's cool, isn't it?
Watch out.
Yeah, everything's sloping out.
The puppet. Just say parrot then.
Would you like the puppet?
He's quite cool.
He'll be playing with it all night.
If you'd like the puppet, you can have the puppet.
Really?
Yeah.
For £1,000.
You can have the puppet for nothing.
I love clowns. I think it's...
That's creepy.
Years ago, about 30 odd year ago, we used to have them sort of dolls. My wife collected them for a bit, and her auntie used to buy them for her.
You get them everywhere.
And she was swearing blind that some of them were moving and got rid of a lot. Because we live in a house where things have happened all the time. Even him as a kid with his cousin, there was a guy on a suitcase reading the story. Right? And they reckon he was a train driver.
It's one of the things, isn't it? I'm guessing kids are more...
Yeah, but during the evening, if you fancy anything, when I come back to lock up, just say, can I have that, Neil?
Yeah, cool. Appreciate it.
She's looking right at you, Andy.
She's like, if I take another one of them home, Mark will actually kill me.
So this is the occult room.
Wow.
One item.
This has got solar vigil written all over it.
One item you're not allowed to touch is the black figurine in the glass dome. There's a doll in the glass dome in the doll room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not allowed
don't
to touch that. The reason being, the doll in the doll room is not because it's haunted by some demon or any rubbish like that. It's because the old lady spirit asked us not to let people play with her doll.
So it's in respect.
So I respect her. That is a cursed figurine, and the story goes people have died when they've broken parts off it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
how
how
much?
much? That in the glass dome?
That one.
How much to let Andy break apart?
I really don't want to go to work tomorrow.
I can't say it's true, but he didn't want money for it.
Which bits are already
It
broken?
now represents an oath the villager made, and the Nkondi is the spirit within the figurine.
Yeah.
He's dormant until someone breaks the oath that they've made. Then he will go and take whatever retributions he finds fit.
I'm just curious how it ended up in here. To be fair, you know, from being in its village or whatever.
Yeah, there's two here.
It's on my list.
So this is probably the most negative room in the building. The big mirror is a portal that allows mainly negative spirits in and out of the building.
Was
Okay.
it broke before it come here?
No,
Someone did it on their investigation.
no, they just appeared.
Okay.
The fire isn't genuine. There's no chimney there.
Mhm.
So, and some guests have sort of heard the wind blowing down the chimney. There's no hole, so there's no chimney there.
Physically can't hear it. Yeah.
Because that's come from an old vicarage that we got.
Mm.
And the most interesting items in this room is probably the doctor's bag. If the doctor's here, you're in for a good night. We've got jars of soil. The big one is items from Bolskin House, which is Alistair Crowley's old house on Loch Ness. That one is soil from the back garden, 25 Cromwell Street. And Fred West does come up here sometimes
Oh.
Because of the connection with the soil.
with a connection with the soil.
It was an horrible man, wasn't it?
Now, once Susie and Steve joined us, we were ready to go. And obviously, I gave them a bit of a tour because they missed that. It was my first time meeting them as well, and they were lovely. So I know I'm the smaller channel. I've got like 300 subs, and they're at like 10,000. But go follow them. They'll be collaborating on this video. There'll be links to their videos. It's Jamie and Rory are part of the furniture now, but it's the first time I met Susie and Steve, and they were great. They were so lovely, and so go give them a follow. All right, but yeah, once they got to us, I gave them a little tour, and then we decided to do a bit of a lit walk around and a call out in the dolls room. And I love this part, and you might hear us talking about it, but I love this first part. So everybody's there, everybody's settled, and we're sort of doing our first call out. It's got such energy to it. And if you've done a paranormal investigation before, you'll sort of know the feeling that I'm talking about. But I just love it. So yeah, so here's that part. That's the lit walk around with Susie, Steve, and Rory and Jamie.
Hello. We've come to visit whoever is in this building tonight. I hope that's okay. My name's Susie.
I'm Steve.
My name's Jamie.
My name's Andy.
My name's Rory.
We've just come to visit you, spend a bit of time with you, give you a bit of company. I hope you don't mind. So if anyone's here, could you let us know by making a nice loud noise?
My
Which is
Annabelle.
lovely. The problem is we can't see you, so when we ask for... Well,
I heard something. I think it came from right over here, but it might be whatever's the window.
window.
I heard
Not me.
and I think it's.
Oh, yeah,
No, it sounded
but I'm not sure
glassy.
where it's from.
I think it sounded glass. Hang on.
Could it be separate?
I don't know if it was like the door rattling. That's what it kind of sounded like, but it couldn't have been that because it's not making the noise again. Yeah, we can't see you, so by asking for noises, we can at least know where you are and communicate with you. If you can see us, that's always a question I have. Can they? You know what I mean? If they can see us and hear us, can you just let us know if you can hear us? Just make a noise in this room, please.
Yeah, there's plenty of things in this building that you can make a noise on. You can knock something off a shelf, you can tap on something, even if it's in another room where we're not, just so you tell us that you're here with us. Any noise you can make would be really good for us if you can, please. I heard something there.
No, that silence.
I
It's
know.
really quiet.
I heard
when it's
something
quiet.
there.
Did
There's
you
just
hear
something
something
like
there?
a little rustle.
Oh,
Was it
I
straight
heard
or
like a
something?
summer tap.
I heard something very faint from that direction.
Yeah. Someone tapped.
I have got EVP and a camera in there.
Amazing. Are you in that room? Do you want to come in here and join us?
That's got to be the radiator.
Is it?
It must be.
It might be the radiator jinking with the
Is it
heat.
on?
Yeah, I've just turned it on.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you just turn it on.
Oh, definitely paranormal.
In the first 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Is it possible you can knock on one of the glass cabinets in this room?
Or in the room next to us. Maybe too shy to come in here.
Come.
Move one of the dolls. Sorry, I did.
All right.
Could you check that doll off Andy?
We can try. Or take the doll away from Susie. Yeah. Come on, spirits. Please come closer. Can you make a noise on one of the glass cabinets so we know you're here with us?
Sounds, yeah, car doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, sound echo. So.
There's so many amazing objects in this house. Are you attached to any of them? Are you here with them? Or are you here with the building? Because this is a really old building.
Is the doctor here?
Aye, aye. Is there a doctor?
Apparently so.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Now, it didn't really show very well in there, but we thought we were getting some knocks and some bangs. But we were in the doll's room, and adjacent to it is the war room. And we thought that we could hear scratches, bangs coming from the war room. So the five of us, yeah, five. We thought, okay, let's go into the war room. Went into the war room, and we heard knocks and bangs in the doll's room. And apparently Neil did say this is something that often happens. It's sort of playing catch up, or it's playing with you, and it wants you to follow it, and then it moves. So we thought we'd try and outsmart the spooks that were there, and we decided to split up into two teams and just sit in the rooms next to one another. So in one room it was Steve, Jamie and Rory, and then it was me and Susie in the other room. And yeah, I think it seemed to work, whatever we did. So here we go, here's that bit of footage.
Is the doctor here?
Doctor Who?
Doctor you?
Shit.
Who was calling for the doctor? We heard the sounds. Is the doctor still here?
What's actually going to call for the doctor?
Could you knock in the other room? Knock on this door? Maybe push the door open?
Come on, don't go shy on us.
Cheese one. Makes you wonder if the grated would have come out if I answered that question.
We heard a really loud noise in the doll room. We'd love to hear something like that again. Pick your favourite team at the moment in the rooms.
Did you hear that? Yeah.
They didn't have to think about that one, did they? Could you do that? Could you make a noise for one of us?
That was in here.
Stop it!
What's up?
There was
Was
a big
that on
tap.
that- is that
I
a
thought
mirror?
yeah, no, that's got a man on it. That's like got a face on it.
Do you have a bang?
Yeah,
It was a
really
tap on
loud.
glass.
Yeah,
Just go test it.
yeah. I'm gonna get out my
Sorry.
seat.
Here, get out your wheelchair.
Ah, fucking
We're
hell.
not
It's a miracle!
Now, that was probably the loudest bang. I know it might not sound it on the video, and we didn't seem that shocked either. And it's not, we're not one of these shows that's like, oh my god, and like jumps up and like runs around like crazy. It was just really cool to get that sort of bang, and it sounded like I thought I'd filmed it, but I hadn't. But I basically, once I got up, I went and investigated where we thought it came from. So there was like a fireplace. There was like metal. We thought we tapped on that. We're like, no, it didn't quite sound like the tap. But then there was a picture, this man in a frame above it, like an old picture. And I was going around tapping it. I was like, which one do we think it is? Is it the frame? No, it doesn't sound like that. Is it just in the corner of the the PVC or the glass? That's why can't I think of the words? But you know what I mean. I just tapped there and we're like, yes, that's it. And it was really loud. So that was probably the best bang we heard throughout the entire night, to be honest. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. And if you're enjoying, obviously, this investigation, please subscribe, like, share, all that crap. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there's not loads more to this investigation. That was sort of earlier in the night. And then I made a bit of a boo-boo, as always, if you pardon the pun. We sort of split off into a separate. I was by myself, Jamie and Rory by themselves, and Susie and Steve were doing a little bit of a vigil by themselves. And I was doing a little bit of scrying. Nothing really came up, but I had my EVP recorder in there with me. Now, I got a bit sidetracked. I heard Rory and Jamie go downstairs. So I was like, okay, I'm pretty hungry. Maybe I'll go get something to eat, use this opportunity. So I took my camera and went downstairs, got something to eat. Had about 45 minutes to an hour break. And I was so stupid, but also genius, because I left my EVP recorder running by mistake. So then I hear on the EVP, when I was going back through it, Susie and Steve finishing up their thing about 10-15 minutes later, coming downstairs, and that was it. I left it there for like an hour by mistake, and nobody was up there. There was sort of odd bangs and stuff where I could hear like Steve or Jamie coming up and setting things up. Obviously, that's very obvious because I can hear them talking to us downstairs, or they've got like you can hear them with like recorders that they're talking into and putting down. So obviously I cut all those bits out, and what's left, I think, is some really cool EVP footage. There's like bangs, there's like running, I think I can hear at one point, and even a voice, I think, at one point. So I'm going to play it. It's a bit of a collage, because like I say, collage. What's the word I'm looking for? Compilation. It literally took me like 5 minutes to think of that. So yeah, here's a little compilation of some sounds and stuff that I picked up for that time. And we were downstairs. We'd gone to Papa John's. I'd gone to move my car. Like, nobody was upstairs in the sections that I kept in. So yeah, some really creepy EVPs. So let me know what you think. Let's get into it. And yeah, that's sort of what I love about paranormal investigating. It's like some of those are really cool noises and I can't explain them. Sometimes you might think, okay, the room's settling or something like that, but it didn't sound like that. In some parts, it did sound like footsteps and running at certain points. So yeah, it was really cool going through that footage and sort of getting those EVPs. Well, not so much EVPs, but you know, you can hear things. Like I thought it was a really quiet night, and then listening back to all this, I'm like, is it residual? Is it something up there that's sort of going about its business and walking around and stomping about, that just wasn't really interacting with us? I don't really know. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. So I hope you enjoyed that. And the evening sort of dialed down. We got the giggles. I might try and put some footage like that in, but I don't want to waste too much of your time. Because we just sort of couldn't quite get into the swing of things. It was really great getting to meet everybody. So yeah, it was definitely worth it from that standpoint. But deep down investigating, we didn't really get into it. It was just sort of a really nice night with the guys and gal, of course. And yeah, we sort of ended with a spirit box session. So I'll put that bit of footage in now, and then we're almost done for the night.
I thought somebody knocked.
So that made me jump, that did.
I thought it was him knocking to come back in.
Is there any spirits here?
I laughed if it went, no.
Next door.
Yeah.
They say in the other house.
In the other house.
You might.
Is there any children here? What was that?
Me.
Yeah,
Is it that?
yeah, it might be.
Is there any children here? Come forward, please. Right, we'll close that. Thank you if anyone tried to communicate. Thank you, spirits. Thank you.
I love that. We say it, don't we? If you've tried, thank you very much.
So, what did you think of that episode of Spooky Island Paranormal? Do you think we caught some cool EVPs? Do you think those knocks and bangs we heard were spirits from the other side? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again to Rory and Jamie from Parabugs, and Susie from Fort Spooky, and Steve from D&D Paranormal. So go follow all of them if you haven't. Jamie's just hit 1,000 subscribers on his channel of Parabugs, so congratulations to him. Very, very well deserved. So if you're not subscribed, go show them all some love. And yeah, thanks all for coming by for this episode. And until next time, remember, stay spooky, and remember, the island is always watching. Bye.